Hi, I am Vivek. Today we are going to talk about Ajanta, the marvel of Buddhist religious art that evidently influenced the Indian art that followed for centuries. Ajanta Caves are among the finest surviving examples of ancient Indian art. These rock-cut caves with sculptures house particularly expressive paintings that present emotion through gesture, pose, and form. The Ajanta caves are made in two distinct periods. The first excavations, executed between 2nd century BC and 1st century AD, belong to the Hinayana phase of Buddhism. The object of worship in prayer halls of this period is a stupa. The second excavations started around 5th century AD and continued for the next 2 centuries. As they belong to Mahayana phase, the object of worship here is a statue of Buddha. The most elaborate caves were produced in this period, which included some refurbishing and repainting of the early caves. There are 29 caves in total. Out of them, 5 were Chaitya-grihas or prayer halls containing Buddhist shrines and 24 viharas or monasteries, a place of retreat for monks. The viharas, usually rectangular in shape, were used for prayer and daily living, with small cubicle sleeping cells for the monks cut into the walls. They usually have a shrine in front of the entrance housing a statue of Buddha carved into the rock. The main theme of the paintings is the depiction of various Jataka stories, the life of Buddha, the contemporary events and social life. Bodhisattva Vajrapani, Bodhisattva of compassion Padmapani, arrival of Singhala king Prince Vijay, the king Mahajanak, the generous king Vesantara from Jatakas, Buddha in Tushita heaven. The ceiling decoration generally consists of geometrical and floral decorative patterns. The paintings at Ajanta are not frescoes as thought sometimes. They are painted with the aid of a binding agent, whereas in fresco, the paintings are executed while the lime wash is still wet, which thereby acts as an intrinsic binding agent. While the expressive paintings and sculptures are the highlight of the caves, the structure of the cave itself is breathtaking. There is a clear difference between natural caves and these excavated caves. The rock here was worked upon from the exterior to the interior. The outer veranda, porch, the pillars, and as work progressed, the inner sanctum of the cave was exposed and worked upon. It was a collective work starting from the rough cut to the smooth finish. At this stage, an architect had to give shape to the structure and the designer would step in to plan the layout and thus giving direction to the painter. These caves were completely forgotten towards the end of 9th century. For around 1000 years, they were known to only local people, wild animals, and the sun. On 28 April 1819, a British officer named John Smith, while hunting tigers, discovered the entrance to cave number 10 thanks to a local shepherd boy who guided him to the location and the door. And this was the rediscovery of this wonder to the exterior world. Very quickly, the caves became famous for their exotic setting, impressive architecture, and above all, their exceptional and unique paintings. Declared as World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1983, today they are, along with Ellora, the main attraction of the state of Maharashtra for the visitors of all over the world. 104 kilometers from the city of Aurangabad and 350 kilometers east-northeast of Mumbai, Ajanta is easily accessible by road with an airport at Aurangabad connecting with all the major cities. So this was a brief introduction to Ajanta Caves. Thanks for watching. If you liked, please subscribe to my channel for upcoming videos on India.